Hey, straight.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus. Why is mine so quiet though?
Cause do a yeah.
Yeah!
Mdatm and the Midget Podcast. Mdatm and the Midget Podcast. Mdatm and the Midget Podcast. Mdatm and the Midget Podcast.
I'm pregnant. I do not want to touch his ass.
Oh. Do a yeah. Okay. Perfect. Do a yeah.
Do a yeah.
Do a yeah.
Do it. Do it yeah.
Do a yeah.
Do it.
Do a yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Black Eyed Peas.
Who?
So, I've been watching this movie Magnolia, right? Who gives a fuck? What's been going on with you?
Oh, we're skipping the whole thing?
I'm not telling the story fucking 3 times in a goddamn
Why?
row.
It was such a good story.
If you, well, I mean, it is, but it's like a 3-minute long build-up to get to for a stupid fucking thing that doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tom Cruise has a character in that movie. He keeps on saying, respect the cock. I think it's funny. That's the story.
Okay. And you were also talking about Atmosphere song.
Yeah.
Yeah. When did that song come out?
I don't know. You want to Google it?
Go ahead.
It's called Trying to Find a Balance. Google it up, fatty.
You have the keyboard and the mouse.
Who gives a fuck?
Alright.
So, a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, there has been.
Yeah. I mean, where do we start?
Where do you want to start?
So I've been watching this movie by Paul Thomas Anderson lately.
It's called PTA.
I believe it's called Magnolia.
That's an element.
Magnolia. No, you're thinking of magnesium.
You're right.
Magnolia. I believe it's a flower.
That sounds right.
Yeah, let's call him PTA. You know, he's a good director. He directed Boogie Nights, There Will Be Blood, Yeah, Magnolia, The Master, Punch Drunk Love. Great film. Did you see it?
Do you know the answer?
Did you lie to me then?
No.
I thought you said he saw it.
No, I didn't.
Anyways, he has Philip Seymour Hoffman, let's call him PSH, in a lot of his movies. Some will call him that. I wouldn't do that though.
Oh, okay.
And John C. Reilly, let's call him JSR.
JCR.
JCR, that's a fucking tonguey.
I mean, there's a bunch of triple names in this.
Yeah, there is. I think JFK even did a cameo in it.
Oh.
And anyways, everyone dies at the end. It doesn't fucking matter. I don't know. I don't know the end.
Respect the cock.
Whether or not you believe in it. Fuck! I can't speak. So what's been going on with you?
Like No Doubt said, don't speak. I'm not speaking.
No, you told me not to speak.
Well, I want you to though. You're better at it.
Alright, so a lot of stuff going on. You know, UFC 283 fucking last weekend.
That was a thing.
Yeah, so anyways, Paul Thomas Anderson. No, but yeah, a lot of crazy shit happened. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Say something. I'm still trying to.
A lot of shit went down in the UFC. You know.
But not in the USA.
It was in Brazil.
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 Yes.
Yes. A lot of belt changes.
Belt changes.
2 of them.
You know, I actually had to change my belt the other day. So I have a belt for my work pants and a belt for my normal pants.
What's the difference?
One smell worse.
Oh.
So anyways, the belt broke. So now I have to flip-flop my belt every fucking morning and
Hate that.
when I get home from work.
Yeah.
You just brought up belt changes and it made me remember that.
I don't have to worry about it because I'm fat now.
Yeah, you are. Dude, so you know how earlier I was telling you about I had this crazy dream last night that woke me up at 3:30 in the morning and I've been awake ever since?
Yeah. Been looking forward to this.
And I wanted to tell you what it was, and I'm like, I'm going to tell you now because it's kind of a little, I probably shouldn't tell it on the internet. And then I'm like, fuck it. We're just
Let's find it on the internet.
we're content whores.
We are.
Yeah. So, do you want to know about this dream?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, this is how it started out. I have to tell you how it started out. And you know dreams, they go from like one story to the next to the other. Hey, don't bump that cord. You know, dreams. So, it started out, I was at the Sway City gas station with my mom. Yeah, I was in the passenger seat. She was pumping up gas. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. It made no fucking sense.
Well, it was actually 3 o'clock in the morning, probably.
And then I'm like, well, it was dark. And then I'm like, oh shit, I need to get, fuel oil for my house at home because in case my furnace stops working.
Yeah, and you can just pick that up at the gas station.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but no, the people who do the fuel oil in Sway City, they used to own the gas station.
Gotcha.
So we were at that gas station. That's why it made me think of
That
that.
just check out, actually.
Yeah. I'm not completely retarded.
No, I know, but dreams sometimes they actually are completely retarded.
My dreams all the time.
Yeah, so that's why I was verifying. Continue.
So next thing you know, I'm in bed with Veronica Bielik.
Who's that?
So remember when the podcast first started and I told you like, I really like this girl on Instagram, but I'm not going to tell you her name because I like her too much and I don't want you to jerk off to her?
I do.
Yeah, so her name's Veronica Bielik. I'm not as obsessed with her anymore as I once was.
Like Toby Keith. Go ahead.
I'm not as good as I once was, but I'm a lot better than I ever was.
Close enough.
So, like, she's on top of me. Tits out.
Yep.
She's got nice fake titties, but in the dream, they were nice, natural, like, fucking mommy milkers.
Oh.
So I'm just, like, fucking squeezing on them. And
Sucking them?
Well.
Oh, I'll let you go.
And I'm, like, just squeezing on them and shit. And then... and a lot of stuff happened in between here, but I'm just trying to make it shorter for the pod. And there were some moans and groans and...
Oh.
No, stop!
What was she doing?
I just told you.
Oh, I thought
And then, so, I'm squeezing on her titties or whatever. And then, this is the funniest part. So I told you it had like a fucked up beginning and a fucked up end.
Correct.
So the fucked up beginning was
You were
me at the
getting
gas
gas
station with my mom, yeah. So the fucked up end is like, she's riding me in this dream for like 10 minutes long. And then she gets up, and so I'm not seeing this from like POV view. I'm seeing this from like a camera view behind us. Yeah.
Okay.
Probably been watching too much porn or something.
Go ahead.
But I shit you not.
That's
So
sick,
I'm seeing this from a camera view behind me, like seeing me grab her titties and
Sure.
blah blah blah.
Like the back of your head and up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So she gets up, and then she's like, "You should take your pants off."
What?
And then I take my pants off, and then I wake up.
What?
After she had been riding me for like 10 solid minutes, I'm like, that whole thing was a dry hump sesh? What
Whoa.
the fuck?
What a dope dry hump, dude.
You stop dry humping when you hit about 15. I don't know when you stop dry humping, but
Haven't.
that's the fucked up ending, right? So then
That's wild.
I wake up in real life. Like, I was squeezing on these titties, she was moaning and groaning, I was doing like, eh.
Were her
Jake.
pants on?
I don't know.
Okay.
It was hard to see with the camera view, you know?
So-
No, she definitely didn't have pants on, no.
Okay, so she was naked. You were fully dressed.
I think so, yeah. No, well, I think I had my shirt off, but my pants were on or something.
That's wild.
So anyways, right as she's like, you should take your pants off, I start to take my pants off, and then I wake up in real life. Hard as a rock. Like, Patrick Starr might as well have been living underneath my dick.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah. So, and then, like, I woke up right as that happened, you know?
Yeah.
And that was my first thought. I'm like, why the fuck were my pants on that? Like, what? That fucking makes no sense.
So the fact that your pants were still on, still
And we were both in like our mid-20s to early 30s, you know? It's like, why the fuck were we dry fucking that
10
hard?
years ago, huh?
Well, she was in her mid-20s and I was early 30s. I just assume, I don't know.
Okay.
It could have took. It could have took. It could have. Help me out.
I don't know.
It could have
Took
took.
a turn?
It could have taken place in the past.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was trying
That
to say.
checks out.
Yeah, I don't fucking know, but I was just like rock hard, and I'm like, holy shit, that was awesome. Because like, Verona Bielik, she's a classy lady. She doesn't like have an OnlyFanners and shit.
Minus.
No, well, she got some exclusive content, but she doesn't ever
Full shoulder?
She doesn't show full nip.
Oh. So
trust me, I've looked.
So you made her nipples.
Well, I just somehow my mind created breasts that weren't even really hers.
So another crazy
They
part?
might be better, they might be worse, but they were nice.
You wanna know the craziest part about it? I've actually read somewhere that your brain can't make up anything. So the people you see in dreams and whatever you see in dreams, you've seen somewhere else.
I've never
It
seen
takes-
these titties
It
before.
takes previous things and puts them in your dreams.
No.
Yep.
You know,
So every person that's been in your dream, you've at least seen their face once.
yeah, you read that on an internet article. And I would have agreed with you about that up until the point where I had this dream this morning. Because I know for a fact, I remember a titty like the back of my hand. Oh, what the fuck is that? And I'd never seen these titties before. I mean, they were like, I don't know who they belong to then.
You literally could have just been scrolling through Pornhub, glanced at a pair of titties.
I don't scroll through Pornhub. I go there on a mission.
Whatever.
I go there on a mission with a name.
It's wild to me.
And I'm a wild
I
guy.
usually get to like page 45 before I stop.
Well,
I gotta find what I like. Thumbnails are key for me.
you know, there's a categories button, and in order for you to not waste as much time on Pornhub, if you just go to the category gay porn, I think you won't have to scroll 45 pages to find something you like.
That's fair.
I'm telling you though, man, I've never seen these titties before.
You have.
Who?
That's how dreams work, dude.
Where are you getting this information? Fuck, did you just watch the movie Inception recently or something?
No. It was a study.
From where? DeVry?
Harvard or something.
Pull it up.
This was like a week ago.
I'm not as good as I once was.
Sorry for getting tired of stuck in your head.
Yeah, thanks. Fucker.
Boston game started.
And this has been Maddie Daddy and the Midget Podcast. I'm just kidding. So, no, I'm telling you, I've never seen these tits before.
You have.
I'm trying to. I remember the tits still fresh enough in my brain.
I can
Because,
say
you know, shut up. Sorry.
you should be.
Well, you know when you, like, wake up, like, right as a dream is happening, and you can still, like, fucking remember the dream? That's what happened. So, like, that's why I have a fresh, fucking set of cookies in my brain.
Like the internet?
What do you mean?
Cookies?
No.
Oh. What was I saying? Oh, it could have been titties from somebody else and nipples from somebody else. Does that make sense?
Well, you can customize titties in your dreams?
Yeah, dude.
Well, that's what it would have had to have been.
That's what I'm
because
saying.
I can still remember these titties, and I'm like trying to remember, like, you know, I'm trying to go through my titty bank,
Yeah.
and I'm like match the titties to the one, but I'm like none of these titties are the titties.
It could have been what you know about her titties from looking at her Instagram, but with customized
No, they
nipples
didn't
of
look.
somebody else.
No, they didn't look anything like her titties. That was the second thought I had.
Those
I'm
were her
like-
titties.
Because, so she doesn't show, like, full breasts. And this is not how I want to start the show, by the way.
That's where we are.
I didn't think we were going to talk about this and break it down for 20 minutes.
That's what we do.
But,
Break it down.
so, I remember, so my second thought, first thought, why the
Why's
fuck
that pants on?
why are my pants on? Second thought, those weren't her titties. And because, like I said, she doesn't show her full breasts on even her exclusive page or whatever, which I don't subscribe to that or anything. I just type in, no, I don't subscribe to any of that shit. I just type in Veronica Bielik Reddit, like a normal fucking human.
Classically.
Queef.
Classically.
But, so I've seen, she's got like see-through fucking tops and shit where you can like catch the outline of her titties and shit. And that was my second thought. I'm like, whose fucking titties are those? Because I've seen the outline of her titties. Completely different fucking titties.
Okay.
Like, her real titties, fake titties, clear to see. Still really good titties.
Sure.
But they're like firm and there.
You felt them.
No, but you can tell. These ones are like orangutan, but in a good way.
What?
Yeah, just the mom fucking hot, fat tit boobs.
Well, let me ask you this.
Well, I'd rather move on to
Nope.
something else.
Whose titties were in your other dream?
What do you mean?
In your last dream, sexual.
My last dream, sexual? I don't know. I'd rather not name drop.
No, I'm not. That's why I said that. Those weren't her titties.
I don't think I even saw titties in that dream. I think I was just suckling. And they were like normal. I don't know how to describe it, man.
This is great.
I could draw a picture. That'd probably be
Please?
easier.
Can we get some paper?
Yeah, after the pod, we'll fucking do it then. Anyways, they were like, if I tried to like, if I had to think of like a girl whose titties hers resembled, I couldn't even do that. They were like such unique titties, but unique in a good way. But just like, it was weird when it was happening because I'm like, these are not your titties.
Nacho.
These are not your titties. That's what a Hispanic guy would say.
Oh.
Do you have any like crazy dreams lately?
I don't think I've had a dream lately. If I'm being honest with you.
You've been smoking too much ganja.
No, but I've been taking melatonin to go to sleep.
Let me tell you something about melatonin, dude. I don't like it because I'm guaranteed.
I have a really good itch. Continue.
I'm guaranteed to wake up 4 hours later if I know. I just try to, sleep naturally because if I take melatonin, I'm guaranteed to wake up like 4 hours from now.
Really?
Yeah, every time.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm guaranteed to wake up in the morning and feel like I'm still asleep.
Oh, I thought you were going to say wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy.
Not Kesha.
Well, did you see UFC 283 though?
Yes.
And what
We
you
were texting the whole time.
Yeah, all fans on that. Let's talk about it a little bit, and then we'll talk about. I actually forgot to message you my condolences for your Dallas Cowgirls.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I didn't watch that game either, so I just saw what happened later. So.
Let's
If I would have been watching the game live, I would have been like, hey, sorry, buddy, there's always next queer.
That works. See, I know people hate Dallas Cowboys fans because
Especially Stephen A. Smith.
because they always say, this is our year, we're going to win this year.
How long have they been saying that for?
But, see, I'm not that Dallas Cowboys fan. I know for a fact we make it to the playoffs and we choke on the dick.
Yeah, you even said on the last podcast when I was like, sad about the Minnesota Timberwolves fans. You said like, I'm not even gonna. You didn't have any help in your Cowboys.
I'm surprised they beat the Bucks.
So maybe, and I told you that one was gonna happen.
Yeah. And then you.
So maybe you're the reason why they lost.
No.
Well,
They lose in this spot pretty much every year.
who are you, Stephen A. Smith?
No, I just know the Cowboys.
That shit is getting annoying though with him. Like, I'm not even a Cowboys fan, but
Yeah.
his gimmick where he puts on the cowboy hat and he has a cigar in his mouth but never lights it, and he's like, there's two things that is gonna happen. Yeah, I don't know why he turned into Adam Sandler, but there's two things that are guaranteed. It's that the sun comes up in the morning and that the Dallas Cowboys choke in the playoffs.
I mean, he's right wrong. He's Rot wrong? What am I, Scooby-Doo?
All right, Raggy.
Yeah.
Anyways, UFC 283.
Yeah, what about
What are your thoughts on the main event? Jamal Hill, Glover Teixeira.
I mean, they should stop that fight sooner. If I'm honest. He was getting
Glover
fucked.
didn't want to do that. Daddy.
What? Why are you talking like that?
Because I just remember I had Glover Teixeira fucking thing. What's this? How do I get it out of here?
Okay, got it.
Got it. Let's look at this first.
What's this?
Sorry, I just wanted the volume to be up right away. So this is going into the 5th round.
You had that gash.
Oh. This is going into the 5th round, Glover and Jamal Hill. Let's take a look. I just love that. Volume is too loud.
Way too loud. That's good there.
I just love
Fuck it.
that's Glover going into the 5th round. Let's go, baby. Fucking A. And fucking A is one of my favorite things to say.
Why?
I love it.
Because you say the fucking, but you don't say the ass?
I don't know why. I haven't sat down on a couch and talked about it with a therapist, but I just love to say fucking A.
I think it might be because if you say the whole word, it's fucking ass, and that doesn't make any sense. Fucking ass.
Fucking ass. Yeah, that just sounds like you're gonna go
But
fuck some.
but fucking A, you know exactly what
When
you
you
mean.
say fucking ass, it sounds like you're gonna go fuck some ass or something.
Exactly.
And
That
it's
doesn't
like,
make
are you
sense.
talking about a guy or a girl or a
Both.
trans?
What?
Yeah. That was crazy.
Yeah. look at
Probably
that
gonna
gash.
get fucking demonetized for that. Apparently you can't play 2 seconds of a fucking clip anymore.
Well, it depends what the clip is.
So let's talk about that fight. I thought Glover was gonna win that.
I think a lot of people did, actually.
I was so confident in Glover winning that, I won a bet for $117 that ended with when Moreno won, right?
Mhm.
And I'm not bragging about that. That's fucking titty sprinkles, that's lamb chops to me, or to anyone. A $117 win isn't much, unless it's you.
But what does titty sprinkles and lamb chops have to do with it?
They have everything to do with it.
Okay.
But, so I was so confident in Glover, and he was the underdog. I put that $117 just on Glover winning to win like 180, and fucking lost it. And then I put like $100 into my FanDuel yesterday. Lost it all on the Celtics, getting beat by the Magic. And so I'm done betting until the month of
February.
February. Yeah, I'm legit cutting myself off. I have no fucking bets. I have no money. I have no self-respect, but a lot of guilt.
Let me ask you this,
A lot
brother.
of Catholic guilt. Yeah,
How many months have 28 days, brother?
February.
So your guess is one?
Yeah.
It's all of them. Yoink.
And we'll be right back after this next segment from... I'm just kidding. There's no sponsors on today's show. Because we're men of the people.
I thought we were doing a Cannibal Holocaust sponsor.
We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
Let's keep moving on. So, I was impressed as fuck by Jamal Hill.
He looked insane. Like, who knew
So-
he was a competitor?
Well, I knew that.
To this level?
Yeah. His fight against Thiago Santos, maybe if you paid more attention, opened your eyeballs more.
Well, it makes
He looked amazing against Santos. You know, he fucking knocked out Johnny Walker with that, like, glancing shot that sent him into the fucking Matrix. But, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, yeah. But before I give Jamal Hill his props, I gotta say that Glover looked a lot older.
Yeah. He looked tired.
And I'm not trying to take away from Jamal's performance, because he won all fucking 5 rounds.
For sure.
Well, I think that all judges scored at 50-44, which is, that's fucking crazy for a championship fight. Keep talking.
Glover only took him down twice.
Yeah, I'm not sure. but Jamal was able to get back up every fucking time.
That was wild.
And he fucked Glover up.
Yeah,
dude.
his face was raunchy.
It was brutalized.
Yeah.
Speaking of brutalized, we'll get to it later. But yeah, then Glover, after the fight, he retired.
He did.
He put his gloves down in the octagon, and he said he's just going to focus on Alex Pereira now.
What?
Sorry, I was going to try to say his nickname, but then I thought I couldn't remember it.
I can't remember either.
Poachina. I think I still butchered it. Let's move on.
Remember when I said I had to poop?
Hold it.
I've been.
Hold up. Hey. No. Where you go? So what did I say?
I just got pooped pretty bad.
How about the fight?
I said all I could say.
Jamal
Jamal
Hill.
looked wonderful. Glover looked old.
Wow, what glorious breakdowns from Jake the Midget
I
Elsebeck.
gotta poop so bad I can't think.
So do we have to stop the pod for you to poop?
I mean, you can keep talking.
Well, if your son gets picked up late, that's on you. I told you to poop earlier.
Should I go?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll keep talking.
Okay.
One man show here. Gonna walk around.
No. No.
We're just gonna wait for him to get back, folks. Thanks for sticking with the Mdatm podcast. I am Matty Daddy. Sometimes somebody just gotta poop.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I've been talking to a guy on
BetterHelp,
which is one of the sponsors of the show. So let's go to a quick sponsor before we get into some more things on this episode, Matty Daddy and the Midget Podcast.
Simplecast.
Let's look at it.
Do you have that recorded or?
No, we got to do it.
God damn it!
Hey, do you get sad?
All the time.
Do you fucking hate yourself?
Literally every day.
Do you hate everyone who lives in your house?
I hate everyone in general.
Do you want to do something about it?
Not really.
But if you had the chance to speak to a professional for limited amounts of dollars, would you do it?
Well, hang on a second. Do I have to go to some crappy office?
No.
Why did you say no?
On the contrary.
Okay. Let me ask you this.
Yep.
Do you have to see somebody, and do they have to see you?
Nope.
What?
Unless you'd like to video chat with them. Because with BetterHelp, you no longer have to get in your car and fucking drive to the goddamn hospital. You could fucking just dial them up on your phone and you could video chat. And if you're ashamed of your face, you can just talk to them over the phone and get everything you would get on a normal doctor's trip to the doctor without actually going to the doctor.
I didn't even.
What the hell?
I didn't even know therapists were at the hospital.
They're not. They're at home in their basement. They're not therapists, but you can call them.
Yeah. How do I do it?
Well, you dial the number on BetterHelp.com, and for only $900,000, you can talk to some guy you've never met or girl, and they will give you licensed doctor experience talk.
Wow, that sounds wonderful.
And they'll make you feel better with BetterHelp.
Wow, BetterHelp.
And if you use promo code MDATM at checkout, you'll get 15% off.
Did you say code MDATM at checkout for
I said
15% off?
I said you'll get off.
I'll get off?
100%.
Wow.
And that's only if you use the promo code MDATM at checkout. Try it out.
Wow.
BetterHelp.
BetterHelp.
Offers only may be available if you
Suck a dick for
like,
fun.
with AIDS.
These therapists might touch you.
Love them. If you want to punch your
friend and everyone in your family in the dick, try our promo code MDATM. 15% off BetterHelp. Where some guy in their boxers eating Cheetos and shut the fuck up, I'm doing a BetterHelp promo.
You're the longest spider I've ever seen in my life.
Deal with it.
He's gonna stay there.
If you want to kill your whole family, you can call some guy in their basement living at their mom's house, and he will talk to you while he masturbates, and he will give you the expert help.
Shit.
He will give you the expert help that you can afford.
There's
If
a
you
gigantic spider in here.
if you use the promo code MDATM at checkout. That's promo code MDATM. Go to betterhelp.com. And all right, I'm killing them.
What? You gay?
Oh, I love it. What is this? How do I find it? For personal reasons.
Next time you gotta take a shit, just die. And thank you to that sponsor from Manscaped.
What? Thought we weren't doing sponsored.
Say Manscaped.
Manscaped.
Or if you use promo code MDATM at checkout, you get 5% off your next checkout.
5% off your next checkout with code MDATM.
So what'd you think about Figueiredo versus Moreno?
I think it's shitty how it ended, but I agree.
Yeah, it was I'm okay with how it ended because Moreno's gonna finish him anyways.
I don't know if he was going to finish him, but
I think he was.
He was definitely going to win.
Yeah, so then
Did you hear him say that he was up 2-1 on the scorecards?
I thought he was up 3-0.
That's what the announcers thought, but they looked at the judges' scorecards, and he was up 2-1.
Yeah, so
somebody gave Figgy around there.
Moreno, new flyweight champ, and I mean, how can you not fucking love that?
He's a sweet dude.
He's the Sami Zayn of the UFC.
He got showered with bullshit on his way out. They had to sprint him out.
Well, that's because Brazilians,
That is because of Brazilians.
bunch of filthy animals.
Give me 1 second.
That was a quote from Colby Covington, by the way. That wasn't
Brazilian?
me saying that. Yeah.
Oh.
But so you needed to take a shit, and now you need more seconds.
Well, my mom's saying 7:30, but I have to tell her 8 now because it's already 7.
Right. Well, your mom just texted me saying 8:30 because now it won't be till 8 till you get there. So that makes sense. So then Figgy saying he's gonna move up to bantamweight after that.
Which was crazy, not because they've been moving up. I like the idea of him moving up. I think he'll do good things.
I don't.
Why?
No, you finish your point.
But it was just wild that he took his gloves off to move up because everybody was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
He's Brazilian.
Okay.
Oh. No, he's too short for the weight class, and he's older now. I think he's like 35. I think he could, get some guys like outside of the top 15 out of there in pretty decent fashion. But I mean, the more I think about it, he fights a fucking Corey Sandhagen or a Cheeto Vera. They're gonna be way too big for him, and they're gonna fuck his ass.
Is that the weight class he went to?
Up. I didn't want to end with fuck his ass, because that's not what I was trying to say. Yeah, so he's at 125.
I just didn't know that they were
135.
135 for some reason.
You are retarded.
Yeah.
So any other thoughts on the show? Because, I mean, this probably won't come out till Thursday or Friday, and by that time it had been like a week, and I know me. I don't like hearing about the UFC pay-per-view fucking 6 days later because, by that time I've already listened to like 18 hours of people fucking talking about it.
Sure.
And like actually people who know the shit a lot better than us.
Right.
I mean, we know the shit, but we don't know the shit.
100%. I'm not an expert by any means.
Yeah, just a fan.
No. Like, oscillating? Or I enjoy the sport, you mean? Yes, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts on the pay-per-view?
Sure. You have to bring up the fact that Johnny Walker with the quick fucking knockout.
Over Paul Craig.
Paul Craig.
Yeah, that was impressive.
That was super impressive.
Anything else? Jessica Andrade beating Lauren Murphy to a fucking literal orange juice.
It was roughly the same thing as the main event, if you think about it.
I think it was a little bit worse than that.
That fight was, yeah, but you get what I'm saying, though, right?
Yeah.
Clover agrees.
See, that's what I had to say about what you said. Is fucking it.
And then also, Terrence McKinney getting fucking flatlined.
Yeah. Yeah. Flatlining a lot of my bets. Him and RoboCop. RoboCop also got flatlined a lot of my bets. But hey, you know what? Sometimes it's better to lose a bet, like way before. You know, you get to that grand finale. Because if they wouldn't have lost those, I would have had so much faith in Glover. I would have been looking at like $600, $700 cash outs, and then Glover would have
fucked everything up.
And I would have felt worse.
So it's nice that you flatlined with like a $60 cash out rather than a $600.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So it's all in all, it's a good thing. But we can move on from UFC.
It's a hard knock life. Yeah, let's move on from UFC. Hey, did you hear Conor McGregor was accused of assaulting a woman aboard his yacht?
I did see this, but I didn't look into it because I figured you'd bring it up.
Okay, do you want to read all of that?
Seriously?
Yeah. Try to do it in your best Andrew Santino voice, though.
I don't have an Andrew
While
Santino
still
voice.
being sensible.
Doesn't he just have a normal voice? Like this?
No, you know how he does ad reads?
Okay.
So, like, fast.
The alleged victim, a 42-year-old woman, says Conor McGregor kicked and punched her before threatening to drown her last July. The incident allegedly occurred on McGregor's yacht following his birthday party on July 16th in Ibiza, Spain.
Ibiza.
Ibiza. That's how they say it in Spain. They talk like they have a list, but they don't. Ibiza. It was as if he was possessed. I knew that I had to get off the boat because I thought he was going to kill me. We had mutual friends, and I've met him numerous times.
No, you know how they would say that in Spain? I know I had to get off the boat because he looked possessed and we have mutual friends, and no, I have to get off the boat as soon as possible.
You want to do her part?
No, go ahead.
But I'm not going to do that.
Go ahead.
We have mutual friends, and I had met him numerous times. I can't believe what he did to me. He is a criminal. I think he would have killed me if I hadn't got off his yacht. The woman says she jumped from the yacht to escape McGregor, and that she was picked up by a Red Cross boat, which took her to shore.
Okay. That's the craziest part. She jumped from a yacht to the ocean and had to wait for a red... I mean, maybe... This is all hearsay. Who knows? Maybe she's a lying cunt, but also...
Possible.
Well, yeah. But I could actually believe, you know, McGregor
I can believe
did
that
something
part,
like this.
but
he's all fucking jacked up on steroids
super
and
steroided
coke
out right now.
and hookers.
How do you get jacked up on hookers?
Oh,
You have to show me sometime.
I will.
How did the Red Cross boat know she was there? Or did she just... until one came along?
You know, sometimes you just float and hope.
That's bold.
It is bold.
Like Folgers. Speaking of Folgers, I'm just kidding.
Well, let's move on to this. No, but I do want to talk about that for because that was actually a question I asked myself too. It's like, you know, how did was there just happened to be a red
Maybe it was in like an area like in Okoboji on West.
right, maybe it was a
whole bunch of
docking
boats
area.
parked together.
Right.
Yeah.
So it probably wasn't the middle of the ocean.
It might not have been the middle.
Right.
Yeah, they don't specify that.
Who parks their yacht in the middle of an ocean?
Normally they just park it next to the docks.
Right. So maybe it wasn't that hard.
Yeah, it wasn't.
But it sounds extreme when it's put like
does.
that, you know, like I had to wait until a Red Cross boat picked me up. It doesn't say how long this bitch waited.
Yeah.
Maybe she waited like 3 minutes.
Maybe she waited a half a second because there was one right next to her.
Maybe she waited 3 days. And she had to eat her own feces to survive.
I'd watch that movie.
Yeah, you know, a lot of details still have to come out.
Speaking of coming out,
Speaking of details, let's look at this.
trying to guess your segue didn't work. Hoodlum getting blasted for dating woman who looks like an 8-year-old girl. How old is she? How old is she?
9.
No.
I don't know how old she is. Do you think I read the article?
Her growth was stunted due to treatment she received as a child for brain cancer. She only weighs 50 pounds and is 3 foot 10 inch tall, but she's 26.
Alright, yeah, I didn't read that far. I just saw the fucking thing and saved it. But look at that.
That's wild.
And you know what?
And that's how you get away with pedophilia.
You know what? I don't care if she's 26. Just look at that picture right there.
That's what I'm saying. That is how you get away with
Fuck
pedophilia.
that guy. Throw him in jail.
To be fair, he's taking an alternative route. Other than fucking an actual kid, he's fucking a 26-year-old that looks like a kid. He's
Fair.
finding a way around pedophilia.
You know what? I never looked at it like that. Fair enough. Still fucking weird.
It's fucking weird, yeah, but he's trying. Give him that.
All I want to know is what's this 8-year-old's Instagram?
What? We'll move on.
So did you see this?
What's this? I did see this.
Well, read it for the fans, you fucking...
Stone Cold offered Roman Reigns match. I believe he was offered multiple millions of dollars very quietly. And it sounds like it's a backup plan for WrestleMania.
Well, not only that, apparently Stone Cold was offered another match. I forget against who. But also, so it looks like they were so impressed by Stone Cold's last match at WrestleMania, which I was too. They're trying to get him to do another match. I'm okay with him not doing any more matches, you know.
By the way, did you riot last night?
No. No. I fell asleep.
Oh.
I thought about rioting and then I was like kind of tired.
I finished it. I saw your text that made no sense, and I just set my phone down and went up to bed.
Fair enough. Fair enough. We're talking about Raw 30 XXX.
Raw is porn.
And, I mean, wasn't quite porn, but pretty close. Pretty good.
I almost jerked off.
Not close in, like, terms of sexuality, but, like, in terms of, like, the dopamine that you get
for
from
sure.
titties and ass and anal.
It was more of a nostalgic dopamine porn.
Yeah, no, I saw that. It's from BR Wrestling, Bleacher Report, so that's a pretty legitimate
I've seen that
source.
3 different occasions. I don't remember what sources, but
So you like the Cowboys.
unfortunately.
You're a Cowboys fan.
Unfortunately.
I think you can appreciate what this Cowboys fan did after their loss.
He went on Madden and beat him 160.
And for the audio listeners, he just jerked off like hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was him angrily beating the Niners on the video game to make himself feel better.
What gave you that thought? You know,
I saw
the fact that he beat him 167 to nothing?
Well, it wasn't over yet.
Yeah, that's true. Probably 181 to nothing.
He might have 200 him, you know?
Yeah.
Give him that 200 burger.
So you like bowling.
No.
Let's look at this.
Just kidding. You want to go bowling?
You want to read that for the fans?
Ever saw someone play defense in bowling? Oh, this bitch tackled her. Does that count as a roll? Can you do that?
Well, in Russia you can.
In Soviet Russia.
In Soviet Russia you can do, there are no rules. Send her right back to the gutter. So you like MMA?
Love MMA.
You like midgets? Let's look at
I
this.
am one.
Dun, 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 dun.
What are those
Dun,
names? Read those
dun,
names for
dun,
me real
dun,
quick,
dun, dun.
please.
I can't read.
Just can you track?
No, it's so far away and my eyesight is really bad.
Oh my god, dude, this midget is kicking his ass.
Yeah, just look at the midge.
Oh my god.
See, I just wanted to play this clip to give you a little bit of hope. Because I've seen that you've really been...
Apparently I could beat MGK, they're saying.
Well, I think you could.
Looks like a midget versus MGK.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good to know. Good to know.
So speaking of MMA,
Yeah.
Jamal Hill.
This guy?
You damn right.
Alright. What has 2 thumbs and just won the belt?
Jamal Hill.
That's right.
Did you see what Yuri Prochazka said after he won?
No, but I'd love to. You sure that's not Stan Blakesley? Does he know what he did? Does he know?
No, it's not supposed to be funny.
It's hilarious.
It's your fucking preteen mind that thinks it's hilarious.
Okay, first of all, he walks outside when it's snowing out with no coat or anything on, takes the upward angle to say congratulations, waits a full 10 seconds, and then screams, "I'm coming."
No one else looks at it like that.
Everybody
You are an immature piece of shit, and I question myself
Pull it
every day why I fucking do a pod show with you.
Pull it up and look at some comments. I guarantee somebody said it.
No, I guarantee you no one said it, because
Pull it up.
what a normal person would think is this is a guy who gave up the belt. The only reason people are fighting for a vacant title is because this guy gave it up. He didn't have to do that. Remember, Francis Ngannou sat out for over a year and still held onto the title. This guy, it's 7, 8 o'clock in the morning where he's from.
How do you know?
Croatia. Because he was on the MMA hour with me. He asked about it. He goes outside and just only a t-shirt. And he says that's his garden. And after Jamal Hill wins, he says, "Congratulations. I'm coming." I'm coming! You're right, that is pretty funny.
Yeah.
Let's look at some of their comments. Let's watch this one more time.
I can't know.
There's no comments that agree with you.
I'm
You
sorry.
have the mind of a fucking... Let's look at this. It's very disappointing. Let's look at this.
Condom sex really whack after 5 minutes. The pussy starts smelling like motherfucking NASCAR tires.
We're in a rubber. Shout out Too Short.
What's a condom?
Let's look at this. So this is another Yuri thing.
Month and a half after surgery. He's already working out.
You still think he's getting facials?
I didn't say he was. He's the one coming.
Oh, fair enough. Well, that makes it even more badass.
Yeah. He's ejaculating at the thought of coming.
He looks like Bane, too. He's like, "I'm coming."
That's your best man.
Yeah, I don't have a good Bane.
I don't either.
He almost...
Like in the shadows, I was born into it.
I was born into the darkness. I'm coming.
That's good.
I don't think it was. Let's move on.
I'm coming. Don't kick that.
So, you like bunny rabbits?
No, I don't.
Let's look at this.
It's muted.
Look!
Oh, God. Oh, God. That crow just... Oh! Just fucking its head.
I'm a crow.
I'm a crow. I kill rabbits.
It's not a bird. It's a bunny rabbit.
Hey,
I'm a crow.
why would you call her Cheryl Crow?
Why wouldn't you just call her Cheryl?
He's a crow. He killed the rabbit with his beak.
That's his child. Getting murdered by a crow.
What is that?
There's a blue jay. The blue jay wants to.
What's this rabbit doing?
That's the mother.
Oh, that was a baby.
Yeah, it's a baby
What?
bird. It's a baby bunny. He's a crow. That beak. He's a crow.
So we just watched the child get murdered.
Yeah, dude. You know, it's kind of what it's kind of the material I look at these days. So Dana's. So Sean Strickland.
Correct.
He won last weekend, and then he goes on Helwani's show, and then he says that Helwani looks like a beta male, and you know, if someone held him at gunpoint, he would definitely let them fuck his wife.
Cut.
So, hours after this, he's with Dale Brown of Detroit Urban Survival Training.
Right.
And they're at a gun store, and this is what happens. I'm a crow.
Whoops.
He's a crow.
He knocks over display cases.
Somehow that made it worse.
Yep, not good. Take that whole part out.
So you know the one chick who fucked a lot of her cop people?
You're doing great explanation.
Got some memes for you.
Sweet.
Just to follow up on this.
Wow, this picture did not age well.
And it's her bowing down.
Well,
A lot like
you saw what I sent you.
A lot like West Side Connection.
You saw what I sent you.
No, I didn't.
Seriously?
Probably, but I blocked it out of my memory. So there's more.
Train day. Oh, I get it.
Because they run a
They
train.
ran a train. Right, right.
Yeah, so
And she
explain.
does solemnly swear right there.
Well, explain this for the viewers, the audio listeners who don't know what we're talking about.
Well, it's the training day poster.
Well, just the group of memes that we're showing.
Oh, it's
The
the.
white cop who fucks all
Why do you
her.
have to be a white cop?
Well, it's because she's white.
Oh. Okay, it's a white cop and she fucked all her coworkers.
Female white.
Female white. I said she.
Female white, more like female right.
Alright.
I'm just saying, like, you were right about her being a female white.
It just didn't sound good after you did the Niger thing.
Yeah, I know. It's like a.
When you asked for the head detective. Get it? Because she sucks dick.
What do you mean by head?
Dick suck.
Who's the racist now?
That has nothing to do with race.
Now I feel like I have to give a long speech about how I'm not racist, and we're just making jokes here. Like,
You can
What?
apologize next episode.
you know me,
Still same old G, the pen locate.
hating on by most of these.
Whoa!
editors.
See, you're back to it again.
Fuck!
God.
So, I mean, that's about it. Well, hold on a second.
What's this?
Read that.
National Geographic determined what Americans will look like in 2050, and it's beautiful. And it's just that chick that fucked all her coworkers. I actually did see one of these, and it was just everybody looked like Nick Cannon, because he has 12 kids.
Well, you get this one though, because she gets runs trains on at the
Yeah.
station.
Yeah, you get the
Not the train station.
you get the Nick Cannon one because he has 12 kids.
Well,
like
you said that, so yeah, I got it.
Well, then why wouldn't I get this one?
Well, did you get my thing at the station, not the train station? Because they run a train on her. I feel like my joke was better than yours, and then
we
you're
did
like,
that with the training day.
but then you're like, did you get the fucking Nick Cannon? Who gives a fuck about Nick
we already
Cannon?
did yours with the training day poster. It's
Nick
the same
Cannon
thing.
don't have to cuss in his raps to sell records.
Well, I do. So fuck him and fuck you too.
It's actually about Will Smith.
I know.
think I give a damn about a Grammy? After these crew this time. Let's look at this.
Boston unveils new sculpture honoring Martin Luther King and Coretta Scott King. Looks like Shaq's girlfriend holding this dong. And it does.
Shout out Hoops.
Shout out the Hoops.
She was on. She was the winner of the first season of Flavor of Love.
Okay.
Remember?
Sure.
Nicole Alexander Hoops. Don't ask me why I know her full name.
It's wild.
Follow her on
What's with
Instagram.
you three named
We'll put her
Instagram
Instagram
here.
handle here. Lower thirds. She dated Shaq for a while.
Okay.
And people always used to say it's like a gerbil sucking out of a. I forget how the joke goes, but look it up.
Okay. So anyway, moving on, or what are you doing?
Let's end it like this. I thought this was funny.
What?
This thing I'm about to show you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then we'll end it there. There's not much to talk about. Who do you think's going to win the Super Queef?
Super Bowl? We said it last episode.
Yeah, but things have changed since then.
Mine doesn't change.
What was yours?
Maybe it does change. No, I said Eagles Chiefs, and I said the Eagles were going to win.
So it's the Eagles and the 49ers,
Correct.
and the Chiefs and the Bengals.
Correct.
Final Four. Right? You know what's also fucked up? Months ago, I picked Bengals Super Bowl winners and Celtics Finals winners.
Which both could happen pretty easily.
And I made that bet for $10 and I cashed it out for $10 because I'm like, I need money.
Yeah.
And I didn't.
Now I do.
Well, I didn't need the money. I needed money to place more bets. But how good would that fucking bet be looking now? Chiefs, why do I keep... Bengals Final Four of the NFL, which I know
Did you put Final Four or did you put win? Can you not do that?
I picked to win it all.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, like, that would cash out for like $350 right now.
What was
Because Celtics are the best team in the league, and fucking Bengals are one of the 4 teams that can win the Super Bowl.
What
right
was
now.
the final payout on that if it went all the way?
$650.
That would be at least 200 by now.
Yeah. I'm coming.
How is that not funny to you?
I honestly think I picked I had the Bengals beating. For some reason I had a feeling that the Bengals were going to beat the Bills. I had that feeling.
Sure.
So I had that with a lot of other picks
I didn't think it was
with
gonna be that
RoboCop, Terrence McKinney, and Glover. You know.
So yeah, I get what you're saying.
But some of them didn't have all those names. But like I had. Don't fucking give me sexy eyes. But I had the Bengals at least beating the Bills, and they were plus 265 underdogs.
And they murdered them.
Murdered.
Well, shouldn't say that.
Someone sent out a body bag.
Last time they played.
Shout out Exhibit. What?
Nothing. Move on.
Yeah, so that's about it. I'm gonna just fucking take my pick that I had fucking 9 months ago. I'm gonna pick the fucking Bengals.
Okay. But who do you think from the NFC is gonna make it?
I'm picking to win the Super Bowl, the Bengals.
Who are they gonna beat though? The Niners or the Eagles?
Eagles.
I think Brock Purdy's luck runs out.
Brock Purdy, he sounds like a country music artist.
Did you not hear Paul Heyman shout him out? That's that what's it called?
Raw?
Yeah. He's a big fan.
Well, he just said that because they were in Philadelphia, too.
Well, you can find you did a soul promo for him like 2 weeks ago.
Excuse me. So I'll take the Bengals, Eagles. What do you got?
I already told you.
Say it again.
Eagles, Chiefs.
Right. So let's look at this snake prank.
Is that how we're ending it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have a better idea?
No. Just
Have any cool dreams?
no. We've already been over this.
Cool,
This is the part of the podcast where he gets off the rails completely.
cool wife butthole stories?
No.
We already covered that.
Yep.
Nothing since?
Nope. Not yet.
Dang. Shout out divorce. Let's look at this.
Wow.
I wish no one would have told him it was fake, and
Just
he
to see how
would
long it went?
have battled this fucking snake that's like just it's the fastest snake in the world.
Yeah.
And he just really wants a taste of that white American meat.
You've been really race oriented.
Don't make that right. He was white.
You didn't have to say that. He's playing golf. Of course he is.
Well, shout out Tiger Woods.
Yeah. He's part Asian. Doesn't count.
I've done fucked the pooch. For anxiety and depression. Where's the arrow?
There isn't one. You just randomly saved that for no reason. Have you never met you?
Yeah, you're right. I randomly do save things for no reason. I am Matty Daddy. Simonson, and I'm here with
Jake, I didn't set up a line for this because we didn't start this way at the Midget Hillsback.
You had all podcasts to think about
I
it,
didn't know
but
for
you
that.
know, it is what it is. And this is Matty Day in the Midget Podcast, episode 55.
See podcast. 56.
No,
Yep.
no,
Yep.
maybe. I guess we'll catch you fuckers next week.
Mdatm and the Midget Podcast. Mdatm and the Midget Podcast. Mdatm and the Midget Podcast. Mdatm and the Midget Podcast.
I'm pregnant. I do not want to touch his ass.
Hey, you know what movie I was watching the other day?
What movie?
It's a movie called...
That's the name?
It's a movie called Magnolium.
The Element? That's magnesium. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's a movie called Magnolium. I think it's a flower.
Magnolia is.
Magnolia. Maybe it is called Magnolia.
There's no M in it.
Yeah, I was thinking of magnesium. That's where it went wrong.
I think you put them together.
So I was watching this movie called Magnolia. Well, okay, so I've been trying to watch it for fucking 3 days in a row now.
So it's like the never ending story.
Yeah, because it's, you know what? It's 2.5 hours long. So it's directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, who's one of my favorite directors. He did Boogie Nights. He did Punch Drunk Love. He did There Will Be Blood. He did The Master. You know, he puts Philip Seymour Hoffman in every movie he does. Well, up until he died, brother.
Oh,
R.I.P.
a lot of death in this.
Talking a lot about a lot of deaths.
Yeah. Well,
But anyways, so I've been trying to watch this movie for fucking 2 nights in a row.
mhm.
And I just can't fucking get, like, it just puts me to sleep every night. And I'm not saying it's not a good movie,
Right.
but it's one of those movies where there's like 6 different storylines going on at one time.
Okay.
And it's like I said, 2.5 hours long. And it's not like an action-packed 2.5 hours long. Like it's a real fucking slow build. Because I think it's probably like a psychological drama.
Thriller, maybe?
No, not a thriller. Like a psychological drama, like what I just said.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but got a lot of fucking great people in it. It's got John C. Reilly. Paul Thomas Anderson, let's call him PTA from now on, now that people know who I'm talking about.
Oh, the Parent Teacher Association.
So PTA, he puts John C. Reilly, he puts a lot of the same actors into a lot of his films. So he puts John C. Reilly in a lot of movies, and he puts Philip Seymour Hoffman. Let's call him PCH. PSA. Hoffman.
PSH.
Like I said. So he puts like JCR and PCH in a lot of his movies.
He's a big fan of three named people.
This PTA that we're talking about. So Magnolia.
I'm lost as a motherfucker.
It's a good movie, but it's just I feel like it ends really strong. I feel like it's one of those movies you have to fucking pay attention to hardcore, and it's gonna pay off in the end. But fuck, it's just so goddamn hard. And
if it's anything
speaking of hard, what are you gonna say?
If it was anything like the description of it, I'd probably fall asleep too.
No, but I know it's a good movie. Came out in 1999, right after he did Boogie Nights, which is one of my favorite.
You're not recording.
You couldn't have told me that before.
I just realized you weren't.
So we're gonna do a take two.
Literally, when I left the room, I pointed at that bottom thing and I said, "Whenever you're ready." That one when you're ready.
I already forgot all that. Oh man, that was a good joke.
I know.
You know what I've been doing lately?
What?
So there's this movie called Magnolia, right?
Yeah.
And it's directed by Paul Thomas Anderson. He
Okay.
directed Boogie Nights, Punch Drunk Love, There Will Be Blood, The Master, such and such.
Such and such.
And so he directed this movie Magnolia that came out right after Boogie Nights, 1999. So I've been trying to watch it the last 2 nights.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much you know about magnolias.
I don't.
Well, I think it's a flower,
Oh, okay.
which I don't know how it ties into the movie because, like I said, I've been trying to watch it the last 2 nights. I keep falling to fucking sleep.
Before you find out why there's a flower in it.
Or why she was the flower. But this is the thing. This movie's 2.5 hours long.
It's long.
It's very long, and it's not like a fast, action-packed 2.5 hours
Sure.
long. It's like a slow build.
Oh, okay.
So I'm sure the movie's great. You know, it's got John C. Reilly. It's got Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Okay.
He's the kind of director, he puts a lot of the same actors into like all his movies.
Yeah.
This Paul Thomas Anderson.
Yeah.
Let's just call him PTA now that the
PTA.
fans know who
Sure.
we're talking about. So he likes to put GCR and
I think it's J.
JCR, John C. Reilly, yeah, and S. PSH, Philip Seymour Hoffman, you know, just for the fans.
Or
to
psh, if you
speed
want.
it up. Psh.
Yeah.
Well, psh. Hold on a second there, dude. Anyways, this movie looks good, but I keep falling to fucking sleep because it's just so goddamn long. Only reason I'm bringing this up
Yeah.
is because the movie's got Tom Cruise in it, and it's probably like my favorite Tom Cruise character of all time. Maybe besides Tropic Thunder.
Definitely.
But I think I might even like this character even more. Because he's like an Andrew Tate type character. He gives like seminars to men about how to be a fucking man and, you know, smack your bitch around if it calls for it.
Get 2 cups of coffee from her, but only drink 1.
And splash the other one in her cooch.
Yeah. That's my favorite.
Yeah, but like I said, the only reason I bring this up He's Tom Cruise is awesome in this movie.
Okay.
But the thing I liked about it the most is when he's doing his seminars about like how to hate women. He just keeps on saying, "Respect the cock." Like he said that like 6 times,
Yeah.
and I fucking love it.
Because you respect the cock.
Well, it's just funny, and it just brings me back to that Atmosphere song.
Respect the cock.
No, but he says that at the beginning. It's the song's actually trying to find a balance by Atmosphere. I'm sure you've heard of it.
I doubt it.
And at the beginning, he's like, "You will respect the cock whether or not you believe in it." And I'm like, and I just been wondering. I'm like, did he say that because I've known about that song for like 20 fucking years at least. But I'm like, I always thought it was weird that he said respect the cock.
Right.
There was no context. And then I started watching Magnolia, and Tom Cruise just keeps on crotch chopping and saying respect the cock. And I'm like, is that where I got it from him?
I got off the collar, but just hit record again.
Take 3. Did we lose all that?
I don't know. Did we?
I don't see it.
I don't either.
Did you bump a power button?
I bumped the cord.
You for sure know that you bumped a cord.
Yeah. I see the cord right here.
Hey,
Don't do that again.
don't bump that cord.
Get real, they tell me. If only they knew how real this life really gets. They would stop acting like a silly bitch. They would respect the cock, whether or not they believed in it. Doesn't take much, and that's messed up. Because these people do a lot of simple shit to impress us. While everyone was trying to outdo the last man, I was just a ghost trying to catch some Miss Pac-Man. Hello, ma'am, would you be interested in some sexual positions and emotional investments? See, I'm not insane, in fact, I'm kinda rational. When I be asking, yo, where did all the passion go? East Coast, West Coast, down south, Midwest. Nowadays, everybody knows how to get fresh. Somebody give me a big yes. God bless America, but she stole the beef from Bless. Now I'm too fucked up to dance, so I'ma sit with my hand down the front of my pants. You can't achieve your goals if you don't take that chance. So go pry open that trunk and get those amps. You know, days of kings and queens, I was a jester. Treat me like a god, or they treat me like a leper. You see me move back and forth between both. I'm trying to find a balance, I'm trying to build a balance. In the days of kings and queens, I was a jester. Treat me like a god, or they treat me like a leper. You see me move back and forth between both. I'm trying to find a balance. I'm trying to find a balance, I'm trying to build a balance. I'm trying to find a balance, I'm trying to build a balance.